Well, hello there, Capricorn. Welcome and welcome back. I want to say thank you for the likes and subscribes. Appreciate that. Um, we are going to be doing your summer solstice reading. So what I have here is Blue Path. I'm going to show you this up close. Super luminescent, all three of these awesomenesses that we chose to display. And you know what's funny, Capricorn? What I was getting when I asked about you before I sat down. Um, it's kind of interesting because I heard a song and then I heard it's about how the body works and then I said okay how the body works and then I was corrected and it's to why the body works. So interesting first pointed path for the top of the sky, as it's at the top of that Wheel of Fortune, and we're getting ready to start a whole new annual cycle, which is how I see this, and exactly as it is, in this pinnacle opportunity. So that's what we're looking at. But yeah, why the body works is what I got for you so far. So I'll see you at your reading. It'll all be in the description box below. Thank you. Well, hello there, Capricorn. Those of you that chose the blue path for the summer solstice um, pick a path reading. I'm going to put this up here. And I realized as I was starting that I don't have a rune for any piles. So to me, that means we're supposed to pick it on the air, right? Okay, and I haven't seen your cards either, just so you know. This is full surprise and delight. And again, with the why the body works, to me is kind of like an Anima Mundi sort of conversation, but we'll see. Oh, and oh, okay, you've got the rune of Thurisaz, which means thorn. So why the body works, life experience. Um, okay, the thorn. Interesting. I mean, an interesting energy to start that sort of statement out with, right? Okay, let's see. Ooh, you go there. Thank you. All right, and I'd like to start with your archetypes first. So, what we're doing, and thank you, Scott. What we're doing is we're going to have a bounce off point here. The empty room. All right, all the possibilities in the world, full potential. It's even got stars in it, right? Can be the most wonderful possibility, the biggest opportunity you ever could ask for, or it could be the biggest hindrance, as far as the biggest room in the world to fill, right? Interesting. Okay. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So we're gonna have this will be you as the self going on this path, starting out. Cool. The prayer. Nice. Okay. I love that. An empty room and a prayer. All right, Capricorn. On a blue path we are. The warrior is where your path begins. Going into the realm of the warrior. Look at all that beautiful rainbow perspective. I love this archetype. Let me show you too. Look at that mad third eye. Like that's a gem or a jewel in there, right? I mean, it's even surrounded by protection. He's got this serpent coming through on a skull. There's so much symbolism on this beautiful archetype. It really is a wonderful place for my imagination to enter into as the prayer, right? Okay, I love how this is beginning. What do we have in our hand as a tool, please, for Capricorn on the blue path? The shaman. Talk about a gem. Multiples. The shaman is what you have in your hand as a tool. I love this. Empty room for sure. Mad opportunity for perspective for this warrior. And how much good you can do in the realm or with the shaman in your hand as the prayer. Oh, wow. I mean, like WAU, wow. The eternal child is the reason. The one who sees all the infinite potential of the empty room. This is beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you. You just got a honk out here. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, and this is our confirmer. Her name is North Star. She rescued me, and we started making videos that day. Yeah, she's my mascot. So, I guess I'm supposed to tell you this. My North Node is in Scorpio in the 10th house. So her name being North, it was a whole thing. So, yeah. She's my North Star. This is so interesting. Okay, I love the energy already. I love it. I love playing in this realm. This particular, oh, magical being in an empty room archetype as the prayer, where anything is possible and everything is able to be expected. There's no limits in these archetypes. And being the prayer, this. So you're going into this realm of the warrior, which is to gather more perspective with the shaman in your hand. So definitely an adventure into seeing even more clearly now that you've got an understanding that prayer is real in regards to your eternal child, which is that eternal perspective and seeking of it. This is such a beautiful, lovely loop of energy and perspective, the potential of perspective, the infinite. Psh, wow. Again, WAU. I love this. Oh my gosh. And then I just got brought back. Excuse me, my candle's a little bigger than normal. I can't see that. Got that back. Excuse me. It's still throat clearing season. Thank you. Okay. Where was I? The rune. Four size. Yeah. Whew. It's like a well-earned thorn, right? Is being removed. That's how I feel. Like this is alleviation and a beckoning to invite yourself to understand that you're so much more. Endlessly more. Infinite. Nature gems. We'll talk about wow. Again, WAU, I just said it twice in your reading, and I haven't said it in moments. It's one of my favorite words. It's actually the Greek letter, I think. Like pi is for the circle. Wow is for the ratio of growth, interspersion in nature. And it's wow, WAU. Nature gems here that somewhat refers to it. The wonder of how things grow. Very thorn. Very thorn rune. Okay. And it's like the realm of the warrior, you're understanding this. You're putting two to two together. Like my prayers were always answered. If I go into the realm of the shaman, I can really connect some dots. It's like a whole new level of perspective for your eternal child. That since anything is possible and prayers are always real, how can I serve myself with this opportunity for growth? I love this. Okay. All right, Blue Path. Who's your white light? Ain't so far, of course. Prayer in hand. I mean, as the prayer. Ain't so far. The flow itself of wisdom. Sophia. Sophia. What number are you? She's number 22. Of course she is. Number 22. Thank you, Sophia. And so far, and I will read that out of the book for you because it's very all of this. Wow, you are so advanced already, Capricorn. I feel like I'm talking to someone that really, or many, however many may ever find this reading. And the summer solstice is a huge transition in our actual cycles that we really don't give as much credit, I think, as we could. So that is what I'm endeavoring to do here. And it looks like you really can understand why it's a really good time to start fresh with this empty room and growth in your hand. The opportunity for new perspective creates whole new growth in your hand. And to see the shaman with this clearly cut, shined up, polished gem amongst all of this is really maturely, like spiritually infinite. And it's like, it's that moment of, oh my gosh, wow, all the good stuff was really true. Like, and not even good, like, that I really am truly here right now. And this is all from me. However you want to see that. Again, you are the prayer in an empty room scenario with the flow of wisdom being addressed. So I think you know this, but what I was getting at is thank you. It's nice to be amongst a mature opportunity for perspective, which, that's my joy in life. My joy in life. Of course it is. The rainbow. The full 7 steps on the spiritual path with the mystical shaman. Yep. All those rainbow colors that were necessary to propel forward with no, everything is clear. Everything is clear. Again, this realm of the warrior, that's understanding all the rainbow colors because they are all available to you. And lining them up and balancing them, is the same as balancing your chakras, right? Every color has its place, has its own speed, has its own frequency, has its own, place. So, in the realm of the warrior, the rainbow warrior, I like to call it, with the shaman in hand, is most definitely rainbow path. Wow, this has just open-ended. Um, it's vast, it's infinite nourishment. Wow, you'll be taken care of while you do it. And that is how nature grows, isn't it? Okay, what number? I'm sorry for the glare. Let me see here. It really is a beautiful card. Here we go. Number 7. Spirit is so here right now. I love it. Hi, Kitty. Thank you. She really is our little confirmer. She really is. Okay, what is that? 61? 41. The rainbow is 41. 41-7. Love it. Oh no! Hold on, I'm going to pause and put that all right back. We have mark the page here. And so far, the prettiest to be wrapped. Here we go. And I'm going to hold that on the crystal. Okay. So, okay, you want to be that way? There we go. All right. So I want to read this to you because I do it's just one page, but it's brilliant. In the mysticism of the Kabbalah, Ein Sof is the first and truest light. It emerges from the absolute, which is pure emptiness, beyond all characteristics, phenomena, and form. The capacity to create something from apparently nothing
is one of the definitions of magic. Insofar is the universe pulling rabbits out of hats on a cosmic scale. Because the spiritual light emerges from the spaciousness of infinite potentiality, it is imbued with endless creativity, resourcefulness, and spontaneous responsiveness. Excuse me. Whatever is needed is made manifest, provided to the receptive heart, and will benefit all beings. Infinite potential made manifest, right? And there's a little bit more. This is really brilliant. Receptivity is the key to unlocking this white light magic of the spirit. When we are open to it, surrendered to its wisdom, and willing to place that wisdom above our own opinions, we are capable of receiving and benefiting from it. If we are trying to dictate its course, to contrive and control it, to meet our needs as we think they should be met, then we are not being receptive. The path of control and dominance is regressive. It is not sacred magic, and it is not of the spirit. Ein Sof Ar illuminates the ways of sacred soul magic that create healing and deep fulfillment. It recognizes there is a problem, yet does not dwell on it, nor evoke toxic mind games of blame and shame. It focuses on solutions. Underneath fancy words, outlandish claims, and complex doctrines, the light of spirit is recognized by its effect. Genuine spiritual connection helps us outgrow our problems. Ego will tell you a situation is too complicated, or someone else is to blame. Or, if you could just change this one thing, healing could happen. But when you are in ego, you are not spiritually effective. You will be locked in suffering and confusion. As a human being, you are able to use your free will as you choose. You can focus on the negative and distance yourself from the light, refuse to trust, and insist you always know best. You can choose to feel unappreciated, betrayed, or afraid when life does its unpredictable dance. Spirit will love you and seek to help you even when you use your free will in such a way. At any time, you can choose to say, enough of that misery, and open your heart to connect with the higher creative and healing intelligence of the light. No matter how much our wounded minds or broken hearts may believe a situation cannot be healed, Ein Sof Ar is always there. It reminds us that whether we can see it or not, there is a spiritual path through all troubles. That path can be so beautiful, we will become profoundly grateful for the struggle which caused us to grow, even if we never wish to repeat the experience. Acknowledgement is the beginning of healing. If something isn't quite right, be kind and wise enough to admit it. Then seek out the genuine light, which will evoke peace in your heart. Have the courage and trust to let go of approaches that will not lead you anywhere worth going. As you open yourself to what is, even the unexpectedly difficult twists of fate, you will become ever closer to the radiant grace and luminous clarity which is reassuring you, healing you, guiding you, and loving yourself. That's wonderful. And this part just caught my eye. As you open yourself to what is, even the unexpectedly difficult twists of fate, you will become ever closer to the radiant grace and luminous clarity, which is reassuring you. Now, something occurred to me earlier. As you open yourself to what is, and I wrote it, it is, where is it? Okay, it was, seeing what is and calling it yours and or forever, attaching yourself to it, is hell. If you attach what you see as is, okay, you're right now. If you see any part of it as unable to grow, that is hell. Acceptance of something as just as it is that stagnant place, really, and it doesn't allow for anything to grow, or for all the colors of the rainbow, right? It doesn't allow for everything, so there is no acceptance per se that is healthy, right? And I'm sorry for the ums. Wow, that was a lot of ums. Okay. Ain't so far all the way. I think I was just taking some thorns out. Wow, that was magical. This empty room and this prayer as the self, Capricorn, is really touching me. We are most definitely in the realm of the perspective, excuse me, again, as the prayer, in the realm of all possible perspective, here, now, and at any point in time. With the stuff in hand, to make any perspective softened and understood, and as gnarly as it might be, able to be seen from all the angles, right? Always fluid, always able to see that there's always growth in your hand, because of the eternal child, not the inner child per se, which is always the eternal child, but the eternal child archetype is this Ein Sophar, is that continuous looking through the whole rainbow of perspective, right? Like the wow that I was going on about. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water. But yeah, like the wow. Yeah. Here we go. Yay, blue path. Oh my gosh, I'm so really into this reading. Look at that. On the split. I love that. Exactly what we're talking about. Excuse me. There we go. Wow. Let me breathe. I really feel like all of those ums were thorns, I was just watching something about communication and using the in place of being more articulate. Really, we can do better, right? And I am the biggest fan of words that there is, and I always endeavor to do better with my vocabulary. But it is such an odd experience to describe things that are so undescribable to my amazing altar and, of course, panel and gallery support. But at the same time, it is really the oddest job in the world, and I am just so in love with it. Really, I'm feeling this rainbow and this eternal child aspect as the prayer in the realm of anything and everything is possible, and that is beautiful. That's the beautiful truth of it all in this empty room, right? I love that. Love it. Okay. And my moon is in Capricorn, just so you know. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Okay, talk about being the prayer. I mean, I'm most definitely experiencing this play out for myself in an interestingly strange way here. Blue path, I feel like I'm right here with you. Okay, so here's your situation. The Knight of Swords, that warrior, perspective, wind in action, right? The Knight of Shining Armor for the self, prayer in hand. Knight in Shining Armor for the eternal child. And this rainbow, this bird is flying forward, right? It's the flow of Ein Sophar right there. Love it. Okay. Self, okay. The prayer. I love that. Very equilibrium, equanimity in action. Sitting still, doing it all because there's a big old star on his forehead. Sphinx are his bosses, they show him the way. I love that. And not even his bosses. I don't know why I said that, but this is all about the macabre. All about that bubble of prayer, that rainbow in action. Everything is just fine. That's how nature grows. Nature will always, always nourishment. Always take care of you. That's beautiful. Okay, I love this.
All right. What's next? The why. Hey, the why. Of course. The eternal child as the prayer, running into that realm of perspective. Like, yes, look, everything grows, everything's nourished. Here, see it from this perspective. Look, this flow has a whole, radiant of all of it available to you. And this empty room again is all, anything is possible. Oh, shuffle. Anything is possible, right? Wow, how exciting. I mean, this is the way to take a thorn out, baby. Let's run into that perspective as a shaman. Okay, so this is the past. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Let me see if I'm... Can you guys see that? Too far. I feel like I have my laptop like way over there. I guess I'll just leave it right where it was. Okay. We have the moon, interestingly enough. Here I am wondering about things with this empty room, and anything is possible, right? And we have the moon, that stuff in the cup, this lovely, unseen, all that is wonder of the shaman in your hands. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me see Capricorn in the present. Where does this path begin? Ooh, the Emperor. Nice. Owning it. You know prayer is real. That's why they're referring to you as that full spectrum, able to go into the realm of the warrior with the shaman in your hand because of the eternal child. Wow, what a heroic feeling I just felt, like for the self. Wow. You're in a really good place right now, and that is wonderful. And this emperor coming above, you as the present, the chariot overall with this, and above the moon as your surrounding environment. It's like despite the empty room, being anything is possible, right? It's like me and the unseen work together. I got this realm of the shaman in my hand while I run into this rainbow's perspective and again, I have this flow that's always true. It'll always give me another perspective to look at it, and I know that every single thing is prayer. Prayer is so real, it's ridiculous. And there's our confirmation. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So it's like, again, you're not afraid of no moon. You're just like, all things work together for good. Eternal child all the way. What soup, what soup, what do you want to call this soup? Because, I'm already in it and I'm cool. I know this flow. It's mine. And then, this thorn aspect is like, psh, gone. Here you are, the rainbow perspective and all the stuff to make it true with the hope of all that is. And anything is possible. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh my god, this is awesome. Okay. Ace of Wands pops out. This is your situation in the future. That's definitely. Ain't so far all the way. Here we go. This is mine. My beak, in this rainbow card. Like, that's all I see is this beak, this big old sun, and this rainbow, like, bird. Right? How gorgeous is that? And, that's what we're all going for here. The full spiritual path means full inclusion of the self, which inherently creates full inclusion of all the other. That's why I call this the warrior, the rainbow warrior. Because to see it from all ways is to see it from all ways, which creates so much easiness, naturally. That, that is the way we grow. We all have our wow, our WAU. We all have our own particular, excuse me, there's a piece of candle. We all have our own particular wow, right? Okay, so where are we? We got the lovers on the bottom. As I'm talking here. Let's see, what's the future look like self-wise? Looks like we got a couple. I'm going to move this just a hair. Now I feel like you can actually see the cards. All right. Knight of Wands is you in the future. Very warrior, prayer in hand, or even as the prayer. Shaman in hand. Knowing he's always taken care of. That's his flow. It ain't so far. Off to discover that empty room. I love that. Very Ace of Wands in the future, and you in the future. You as the Knight of Wands, sacred mission filled with optimism and faith and the truth, all of this uh, momentum towards, never seeing anything really as a thorn that can't be appreciated, right? Absolutely a thorn that can't be appreciated. Because, again, prayer is so real, you do get every single thing we all make ripples and, nature works. So, having the shaman in your hand is growth. You're recognizing nourishment. You're recognizing what the aspect of the eternal child is, and being the prayer. You're most definitely recognizing your influence on your internal as well as your external. Your connection is certainly being shown to you, and it looks to me again like you owning it progresses to you. You are the sacred mission of optimism and faith. Wow, Capricorn. I mean, and this is all an internal aspect as far as I'm concerned. This is full new beginning to a whole new understanding of yourself and what you're capable of within your own realm of understanding and where you can go with that, because we do have nature gems here. And the shaman in hand with all of these wonderful diamonds and pearls. This is fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Oh my God, while I'm chilling here with the Ace of Swords in my hand. Yeah. That is your middle. That is your center, your interesting thing that brings us all together. There's your aim so far. Wow, I love how clear Spirit is. The truth will set you free, is what I'm getting. There ain't no thorn when you are in hand of the truth. You are the prayer. Prayer is real. Faith is power. We never die. Love never ends. Everything's malleable. It's all an empty room, and it's all yours in the best way. And it's all ours, therefore, right? Everybody has their own empty room and their own rainbow path. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. I mean, Capricorn, this is lovely. This is lovely. And, what I heard in the beginning, I don't know if you watched the intro, but it was why the body works. So it was like that animation, joie de vivre, or however you say that, right? And Blue Path, it was almost like, it was so fire. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. It was amazingly accurate, though. The feeling that I had and the feeling that I'm just having right now is like, this is why we're here. This is why we're in a body. This is why we do what we do. And I just love this for you, Capricorn, because look, this is what's in your way. The only issue on this table is you focusing your power forward in a healthy growth perspective way, because this shaman is in your hand and you are prayer. And the eternal child's going to make it all real for you. As long as you endeavor to have that rainbow perspective, see things from every chakra. And this is all a joy to behold. You are the wonder and the signs. You have the flow of the divine feminine. This is a big card. That's the divine is here, as you can tell. And, let me get out of the way of the cards so you can see them. But, as you can tell, wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Capricorn. On the blue route. Are you jumping? I did just, well, I mean, jump if you want to jump. Jump if you want to jump. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Thank you. Can you show me the hopes, please, of this wonderful rainbow path that I'm seeing with everything in hand? Okay, the hopes. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, I was looking at it earlier, and it is so very, the Ace of Wands in hand, with the Eight of Wands being the unseen, stacked up behind him as in like his own personal task force of awesomeness. Like whatever I want, I can have. These are my unseen. This is my energy. This is my wand. This white bandage up here is not a bandage, it's a blindfold. He knows now the energy works for him. So he's looking. Because they're all working for him. So yeah. Let me focus. Pay attention to where my energy's going. So big, like, similar aspect, but huge difference. Right? Rainbow perspective versus warrior perspective. If that clears that part up. Very, this is my world. I am the prayer. And this is my flow. And this is all true, right? I have the power. Wow. Okay, what's the fear here on this new path? This one's face up. The Eight of Pentacles is your fear. Doing just what I said. The warrior part. The work. Back with the wisdom. It only hurts for a second. It only hurts while you're taking the stinger out, which just basically means saying, I have this all in my imagination. My experiential journey. This empty room is for me. I am walking prayer. I'm always, always, always on a growth spiral. Whether I fight it, resist it, or go with it, I am always growing. Right? We are always going. We are always in motion in life. Okay? Energy will never cease, right? Energy always moves. So, knowing that we never die, love never ends, prayer is real, faith is power, right? So play with your perspective because there are so many different ways to see things. And that's all you're being asked to do is to follow your own flow and the own hope and joy of life. And the possibility that this is all very, very doable. Very doable. Once you see this empty room as your friend and not a burden, you'll be all over that moon. You're like, yeah, show me. Show me. Oh, okay, that's just confirmation. And I give it, our imaginations are their own. However, our imaginations are our own. And, looking at that is at the aspect of the warrior. But again, he does have this rainbow between his horns, right? He is most definitely applying all the perspective he possibly can to every moment that he's in, that the truth comes through to him. And the divine is here, like so lovingly, like serving it, including this opportunity to see this message right now. So you're a very, very mature Capricorn. I mean, experientially. So I think you can appreciate this shaman aspect in your hand, right? As the prayer on a rainbow path. With Ain't So Far, calling you out and saying, hey, let me lead you. I got you, right? Okay, so putting the, shining up your pentacles as the prayer. We have the Seven of Cups is how it plays out. Let's see here, excuse me. Seven of Cups. It's like once you start doing it, you're gonna start doing it, right? And it's not even once you start, you're already doing this. You're always doing it. You're being encouraged with this particular path. Any thorns that you have, any wisdom that you need to glean needs to be done with the shaman in your hand. Meaning go into your imagination and look into this, um, whatever issue keeps you up at night, right? And the aspect of nourishment with the eternal child here is there is nothing to fear in this particular journey, that we're on. And the sooner we understand that as for us, again, with the unseen right behind this figure, there is no sustenance that they will never have. They are the prayer. As the warrior, perspective all day, and expecting it because they have the shaman in hand. Therefore, they can hold their eternal child. Very neutral coloring on this person, this I am. Very neutral. Golden even. Right? Is he really worried? I don't think so. Well, he knows exactly where his power is. So, every time you take something in hand as far as polishing up, your value to the universe, yourself, your willpower, how it actually plays out for you, because you are having prayers answered. I mean, obviously. So once you start to master this particular Ein Sofar and your, unique path of it, whatever you choose, however you choose to resonate with this in your personal life, blue path, you're going to see that you're going to see everything. You know what I mean? You're going to see from all the colors. And this is the Seven of Cups. This is all of the colors. This is every which way you can see something. There is no veil here. If you use your imagination and, lovingly appreciate and dismiss all of it once you feel like you thoroughly looked at it, that thorn is about as soothed as it possibly can be, right? And this prayer being in a bubble just always makes me think of that. So let your imagination help you, okay? Because you got the divine and you got the truth. And you got this aspect of sacred mission and of optimism and faith. Optimism meaning you can see from all perspectives. Faith meaning you trust in the love of all that is, that it's always for you. And that this learning experience with the shaman in your hand is so for you, right? On the other side, your full rainbow eternal child, right? Wand in hand. I love this. Oh my gosh, what's the advice? I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I love it. I love it. What is the advice? Thank you. Oh, I forgot this one. This one. Psh, there's several. Okay, so those are old. I just heard. I think I explained it all with my words because I went on and I was talking about, oh my gosh, my cards are so awesome. We're a great team. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles advice. Talk. No, don't talk. Be that eternal child in the realm of in the realm of the warrior with the shaman realm in your hands. As the prayer, everything works for me. Always and always. The empty room is my availability where I can put all my colors. How do I want to see this going forward? Because that is real trajectory, real growth, real wow. And it comes from within and looking into your particular shaman realm and your particular perspective and adding every single beautiful color you can to it. Right? All right, outcome piece. Oh, 8 of Wands on the bottom as I've seen. I love it. Okay, we got 9. Okay, I'll take one. Okay, so we had this. I don't know if you've seen that. We had the Star and the 7 of Wands. Actually, absolutely, your flow is good. Stand in it. And the 2 of Swords was face down. So, face down to me was very empty room when I seen it, right? Very chest. And we have the 2 of Swords, which is very in the flow of the Star and knowing, awaiting direction, right? Because the prayer is real. You are the prayer. This is your flow. This is what you do with it, right? That's amazing. That is amazing. Gosh, the universe is amazing. I mean, perspective is just all day great, right? You can see things from so many different ways, and they always come out working for you. And I mean, like I said, the cheese is free. But at the same time, if you take this sword in hand, that is your middle, your opportunity of truth in hand, insofar again, in regards to anything that bothers you. You trust that every single thing, including your eternal child, is voting for you, right? And that this is all true. It comes through you for you to be able to understand it, appreciate it, stand in it, never defending, always in honor of, right? Because you know it's true. And, the real witness doesn't have to do anything. All they do is proclaim glory and, they have a bubble. That was an interesting, okay. So star all day. That's your outcome. I love this. This is a wonderful path. Super, super awesome path. Absolutely. 4 on the bottom, 4 of swords. Guidance within right here. The guidance within. This I am is very, very golden in his chillness, right? With this voice within. These 3 other swords, self-doubt, logic, linear time, ridiculousness, facts even maybe. Other people's words, other people's opinions of him, his opinion of himself, la la la. This one continuous sword is where it's at, right? And you appreciate this because you are the prayer. And you know the beauty of a rainbow and the beauty of wow. And you probably have heard the term ain't so far before. And this is very much of an empty room for you. Take care of those used to be thorns, right? Or thorns on their way out. Thorns turning into wisdom. Like I said, it only hurts while you're taking this to your own. I think that's your reading, beautifuls. I am overwhelmed with the gloriousness of you and your future. And please subscribe and like if you'd like to see the next episode, because I'm looking forward to it, right? Let me put this down here. Thank you so much. Wow. Until the next one. Peace. Well, hello and welcome. If you chose the yellow path, Capricorn, this is going to be the one for you. Welcome to the summer solstice. This yellow is so like, what is the word I'm looking for? Luminescent. Luminescent. Okay. All right. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the introduction, but we, meaning me, I did not get the runes for this particular reading. So let's see what we got here. Which means we get to pick it on air. Yay. All right. And this one's for you, yellow. Ooh. Okay. This one is entrance. And I'll have to look and see what the actual name is. Entrance. Kind of like the 4 of Wands, like that home hearth feeling. Hang on 1 second. Ingus, that's the name of it. And let me look real quick because I am fairly new at runes, so bear with me just. Okay, cool. So it's not Ingus, it's Inguas or Inguis, and it means entrance. And this is the part that I wanted to read. It says, from a symbolic perspective, which, at the top of the Wheel of Fortune, top of the clock, moment of the solar eclipse is really the beginning of a whole new cycle, if you think about it, in all perspectives. So this is most definitely a symbolic path that we're talking about here. Inguas, sorry. Inguas represents access to a superior dimension and is tied to wisdom, to a spiritual path, and to inquiry.
So we're talking about deep thoughts and spirituality here. And I love that because yellow, what did I say? Luminescence. Like it feels like sunshine in a jar. I don't know if I gave you guys like a really good look at this, but it's really gorgeous. So, yeah, that's what we're playing with. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to start with your archetypes first. Okay, so this is going to be your bounce off, your reason why. The vow. Okay. I love that. And look at all the yellow. How gorgeous. And the vow is just like it sounds, that commitment, that proclamation, the vow. You, however, Yellow Path Capricorn, are showing up as the anima mundi for the self. Wow. The all that is right there. Life force itself. Okay. So you have all of the energy you could possibly need to commit to any vow that you choose to make. Perfect. This is, oh, wow. You're going into the realm of aletheia. The truth itself, perspective itself. All things work together for good. Aletheia. The absolute truth. Holy moly. Talk about a spiritual path, huh? With the tear in your hand as a tool. Okay, that's beautiful. Would you look at that big old gem on the bottom? That tear is a gem. I wish I could catch the rainbow colors on that. It's so pretty. I mean, that's luminescent even. All right. The appreciation of the anima mundi in a physical body. The tear means a lot. Little drops of letting go. There really is gold in tears. Okay, and why? The Father. What has manifested up until now, that tree that you're growing, which your inguas is. Okay. Wow, this is a beautiful path so far, Capricorn. Wow, really pretty. I mean, not pretty. I wanted to say, before I started Capricorn's series of readings here, I got why the body works. And I had understood it as, how the body works. We're going to be talking about how the body works, right? And, and I got the animation and, hang on, let me show you because this coming up is, sincerely, this is my Capricorn. Let me hold this so you guys can see it. I love color. So you'll see that. Why the body works is what I wrote. Okay, and we have Anima Mundi as you, Aletheia as where you're going, which is the truth of how things work, everything. With the tear in hand, which is emotion, power of emotion itself, really. And the Father as manifestation. Wow. And the vow as why. And, with this dove in this hand, it's like, the Word made flesh. The body works because it wants to appreciate the joy of experience, which only comes through perspective. which is why this tree is, both, black and white, rainbow and, gray, sun and moon, we need all sides of everything in order to appreciate it. That's why we ride around in a body, so that we can actually appreciate life. Our souls with no, bodies, as lovely as that might all be, when you know everything and you see everything all at the same time and everything's happening all at once, there's not much experience in that, right? So we jump in a body, we animate it, and we live through all of this awesomeness so that we can experience the joy of life, which, always comes with life experience, hence this tear. And, some tears are beautiful because, cathartic. Wow, this is huge. This is huge. Let's see. We're not even into the oracles yet. Okay. I love this yellow path. I love this. And I have a moon in Capricorn. I hope that this is my pile. I hope they're all my pile because the first one was magnanimous as well. Let's see. We have dream here. Absolutely. Dream. Look at all that manifestation on a moon. Right? Trees even. I love where you're going with this, universe. I love it. All right. We have number 17, the star herself. 528 hertz, mandala of the heart. Would you look at the fire around that head of that figure? Mandala of the heart. We're going to read that because I can't remember exactly what that said. From the mystical shaman, we have the sorcerer, which is knowing that you have the power in hand. Okay. And I love the rainbow coming through there. That's very prominent right now. Number 48. Okay. And we have peace from the Queen of the Moon oracle. What number is she? 28. I love that number. Oh, yeah, God bless you. This is our little confirmer here. All things work together for good. Her name is North Star. She's a saber-toothed tiger kitty. Okay, this is amazing. All right, so Capricorn on the yellow brick road. Let's see here. You as life force itself. Coming into the realm of absolute perspective, the truth of it all, balance in every direction. I like to see that balance. And in that balance is the point of truth of all things, right? So in the realm of the truth, as the animation, a desire for experience in hand. Wow. I think we should read that first so we know which direction this hearth aspect is taking, because this is so wide, openly beautiful. But I don't know if I'll be able to refine that to a path for you. So let's see. And I hope you can appreciate that because that's amazing. 17. All right. Mandala of the Hearts. There we go. All right, we have. Sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan.
This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness and the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in the love of your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest. Okay, the mandala of the heart is the expression of the divine feminine power within, the life-changing experience of love. Thank you, Kate. Love, healing, compassion, deep repair, and restoration that can only happen when we feel safe and loved enough to truly let go. Despite what the wounded opinions of ego might have, it is also highly intelligent. As we open to heal with the frequency of love in our hearts, we naturally evoke positive effects in the lives of others too. We attract positive intervention from spirit. Pathways open up and magic happens. Wow. Okay. Feeling through your heart. There's the tear right there. And the dream and the sorcerer, the magic of it all. You know, that peace being absolutely yours. Neat. Okay, I love this. I love it. Still wide open, but yeah. Wow. Watch the magic happen. The divine feminine power from within, which is exactly, the anima mundi. That meaningfulness of a tear, the reason for the tear, like the emotion, magic. That is magic. It really is. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So situation, Aletheia in hand, the tear in hand, your tree, your father, your anima mundi in hand, the sorcerer, absolutely, your magic itself, the power of your desire, your vow. Wow. Okay, that's where the situation is. Let's see. The Emperor is you as the self, Capricorn. Whole in self as the self here, the Emperor. With the situation of how you see your world in your hands. And you're being asked to see it through love, through the biggest, most possible expanded version of all of this working for you. And with this vow, interesting. What is the why here, the foundation? The Queen of Cups. Anima mundi yourself, the tear. Aletheia. It's like this is about, the Emperor again as a whole self. Yes, an animated human, but in the realm of all things, you need the tear, the dream, the magic, the aspect of vowing something and making it true. This angle of the spiritual wisdom and coming through the heart. Like the Emperor is an excellent archetype
for a proof of life. But at the same time, there's more. There's more. Okay. All right. There's more. Justice is you in the past there, Yellow Path. Okay, and that feels very much like Alethea and the vow, and you standing in a moment of the Father, which is like the moment that you've manifested up until now. Seeing it as yours and actually feeling responsible for it. That's what that feels like right there. Okay, knowing that the choice, the anima, is you. You are, the creator of your own moment. And we have the Queen of Swords as your surrounding environment, which is that divine wisdom flowing through, the divine feminine flowing out all day, Alethea, the magic of the sorcerer and peace, what you do with this information, essentially, or your perspective, really, your anima, because that's where the vow comes in. Whatever you proclaim, you will see, you will experience. The Oracle of Delphi. Know thyself, be careful what you proclaim because you will see it come true. And what was the other one? Oh, well, moderation in everything. Which is like know thyself, moderation in everything and careful what you proclaim because it will come true. This is all your own perspective is what this looks like. In the most magical, intangible, but the reason why we are absolutely in these bodies. Wait, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Okay, where is Capricorn at now with this? Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. Shuffle. Let's see, where are we with cards? I'm getting better. Hey. There we go. Manifestation, personal best, seeing your choices play out, and amongst others. Opportunity for tears, that's for sure, because you have a tear in your hand in regards to the Father. What you've created up until now. In comparison, or living in a manifestation that, today is, what was it say? Right, what's in front of you is yesterday's manifestation. We have the star jump out of my hand. This is how your Two of Wands plays out. Excuse me. Two of Wands plays out in the future. The star. Most definitely guided. Most definitely guided. Wow. That's how your situation plays out. Alethea? Okay, and this is you in the future. Alright, the Hanged Man. It's a vow for self. Vow for enlightenment. Again with this vow, with this yellow. Would you look at that halo, essentially? It's like a vow for self realization, understanding why you are in this body. That's how I feel. Understanding that, Alethea, that all things are for you and you're exactly where you wanted to be. This is the dream. This is the dream. Spirit and matter, right? All things working together for good. Everybody's having a great time. And the thing is, it's all for literally the experience. And this Hangman
is exactly in that, you know, beautifully continuous piece of knowing that that is the magic, right? That you are one with all that is. And that's the only vow you ever need to make. Um, that's so interesting. Y'all are just blowing my mind here, Capricorn. That yellow sure was luminescent. Let's see here. Transformation on death on the bottom. Yeah, that's it. We're shifting stuff for sure. Let me see the center here. That is the interesting part that will help me get this all into perspective. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups pop out, right? I'm asking for clarity, and I get the Seven of Cups, which I think is, again, the point, because this is all about perspective. This is all about perspective. Wow. Wow, Capricorn. It's like, sit back and watch the magic happen. This path of spirituality is, it's like succinct is the word I wanted to use. Okay, this is your cross thing in the way. Using it for good. Being smart about your vows. Actually, paying attention to how they actually do come to you, how they do become real. I am this, I am that, they become true. Hmm. Okay, well, what's the hopes for? What's the hopes on that? Give me some contrast so I can. And again, with that father being the why, and this emperor, again, as the self, it's like that Nine of Pentacles has a softness to it that knows abundance comes from within, and their attitude and their influence on the environment around them, right? Abundance comes from within, essentially. Whereas, the emperor is solid in his human capacity. Also whole self. I mean, I'm not down on the emperor. But as far as this being the situation, yourself and the issue, it's like trusting outside of your own two hands to get it done, or trusting outside of your own, effort, empire building. It's like seeing the world in your hands is the situation. This aletheia, this anima that you have in your hands as yourself, um, is what makes the flowers grow, right? So this is a call to softening. Almost like a proof of life kind of thing, in like the most beautiful way. Wow. Okay, what else fell here? Proof of life for sure. Look, yellow again, the chariot is the hopes. I love that. Absolutely understanding the aletheia and the reason for manifestation and the whys you're here, and that it's the most wonderful thing that you are here, totally taking up all the space that's yours and vowing to be every single piece, part, and most awesome aspect of oneself that you can actually find about yourself and enjoy every second of it. Because it is you and yours. This is your Merkaba, your chariot, that star on your forehead is this one right here.
that's yours. That same light around that mandala's head. The magic, the magic of a proclamation and that working together. Your energy working with the way that things work because you want it to work and you feel like you want it to work. It produces manifestation. You proclaim you want it as the Anima Mundi. All of it is will look at every which way it can give it to you. Look at your emotional intensity and your, intention around it and how that matches up with your heart. And really attempt to manifest exactly that, right? But having the faith in it and standing there waiting for those, pentacles to grow and just knowing that that bird is going to land on your wrist, it takes a leap of faith and a vow that I believe I don't have to go to the store because I'm growing pentacles right here and they'll be ready any minute. Right? I hope I'm explaining that clearly because it's a subtle difference, but it's beautiful. And it is why manifestation works. In the beginning there was the word, right? And the word was made flesh. Or how's that go? The word was made manifest. Like that's how it happens. Just so you guys know. I just got that too. Yeah. Yeah. I love this gig. I do. I love it. I love what I'm doing here. I do. I sincerely do. I mean, it's wonderful. I highly recommend introspection because it just opens doors to all sorts of perspective. You just never really get a chance to really, get through your own ego on a surface level, conscious way in order to even begin to interpret or allow for these types of perspectives that you are fully able, in your subconscious and unconscious and, superconscious, all of it to do. But, we kind of let ourselves, our emperor be in the, front here of this body spirit scenario, kind of proclaiming how we believe it is and not allowing for spirit to show us how it is. And the hope is that we allow for spirit to show us how it is and that it is so much. I mean, this yellow background here and, a lot of fun with some sphinxes driving. This is the ideal, the fundamental importance of willpower right there. Um, you know, wow, I'm finding it so hard to find words for that. We have the Nine of Wands as your fear. Trust in the unseen, trust in the animal mundi, trust in that all is good wants to work with you. Well, they're working with you either way. The Emperor still gets help from the unseen whether he knows it or not. The only difference between them and the Chariot is the Chariot knows it. Right? Knows it. Big old star on his forehead. He knows. He knows. He knows he'll need trust that you have all the magic you need in the moment that you're in. And it is all worth it. And then there's you standing in it. Page of Pentacles as the way that the Nine of Wands evolves. Hmm. This is beautiful because, the Nine of Wands is authenticity. That's radical awareness of your own staff. I mean, staff, wand. Your own personal authority, your own opinion, your own perspective. Your own, I'm standing here right here because this is what I believe. And you've got the other 8 wands lined up behind him. And the 8 of wands card. That's the unseen. That's energy moving. And he's got them all lined up behind him. He knows exactly how he feels. And is open to the unseen showing him. Because he knows that it's all for him, right? So here you are in Page of Pentacles in the future, like, yep, this is my vow. This is my anima. This is how I understand it to be in this moment that I'm in. This life is precious. Tears are gold. Because now I know what I was hiding about myself, or how I was distorted without, this truth is the realm that we're in. And I don't mean to say all kind of words that are detracting from the truth. The truth is that you are the most beautiful, most wonderful specimen of absolute perfection in the perspective of the moment that you were in when you got here. And that was the plan. Live your life in that preciousness, because there won't ever be another you. No matter how many lives you have. This vehicle, this time, this body, this one is the most precious one that you have ever had up until now. And if you do it right, maybe you won't ever need another one. Right? So drive it like you stole it. Live in your body. Love your anima. Love that this is how things work. Tears are precious bits of you that tell the divine and the unseen that you really care about what you're manifesting. Wow. What's the advice here, please? There's the 8 of wands right there. Unseen there for you. Doing your magic. This sorcerer, the dream, and peace, they all come from the same place. The unseen working for you. And you knowing it. And you be having peace in that, right? Like chilling. You coming out? Strength. Exactly. That's you and your divine. Your anima mundi in the realm of all the truth that ever could be, where all the divine cosmic blueprints live, with the stuff of life in hand, because of manifestation. Your advice is strength, which is a full embodiment of all of that. Because you wanted to. That was your vow, to come be in this awesomeness. And the gorgeousness of it all is with this mandala of heart. It's like you're doing a great job. We got you. Good things are all working out for you. I might have to read that little blurb again. But yeah, the divine feminine wisdom itself, the love frequency itself is here for you right now in this path, in this beginning of this yellow path. And it is going to be awe-inspiring. From what you're waking up to how connected to all that is that you really are, and how glorious that feels. I love this. Oh my gosh. What is the outcome, please, of this first path, or first point on just one card, please. First point on this path, this brand new spiritual path for the yellow brick road. Nice. We have the Hierophant, which is the physical, the invisible made visible. Proof of faith, the truth, divine manifestation. So you're going to know this to be true. Most definitely. You're in the realm of Aletheia. With magic and peace at your disposal.
Divine feminine's flowing all over. All kinds of wisdom. Full appreciation of how things work and what the vow really means to you. The vow to yourself. A fuller self. And that's interesting because the Emperor here, again, is the self in this situation with the Two of Wands as the threshold, poised. You ending up as the Hierophant in the future via strength is essentially that beautiful stuff of the divine mixed with the Emperor gives you the Hierophant. This is, the Emperor plus the divine, right? Faith. Okay. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom. Peace for sure. Dream, sorcery, perspective, that inner, the vow, the golden voice within that evolves the world towards the heaven that is already here. And that is exactly what your path is going to be, is coming to know that voice on that spiritual path inward to yourself. And coming out whole. More than whole. Which is the point, right? Wow, this is so awesome, especially with that, message about why the body works. I guess essentially that's what you've been looking to understand, Yellow Path Capricorn. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I love how all of this plays together for good. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I just want to say, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see what happens next, because I sure would. And please take advantage of this. Contemplate why your spirit, contemplate why your body works. I love this. I'll see you on the next one. Happy summer solstice, Capricorn. Thank you.